Hey, what's going on, everybody? Costa here. Gonna do some dishes tonight and just talk over some stuff. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm trying to do one over here. Good day. So this water might be a little loud, so I'm gonna try to just talk up for it. Got just regular pub domain music on the background. I do dishes a little bit differently than people see. I just get these paper towels. They are only used to just maybe dry hands. You're gonna be able to see paper towels. Let me see all these. That's why I have the light on, so I can see like where I'm working. I'm trying to just glance at it every so often. So how are we coming on? Gotta have this open, ready for dishes. Trying not to get too much water going. Water bills are expensive. So, what's going on in Coaster's life? Well, these aren't really coasting that much. I have been banned from a hospital where my dad is at, where he's regaining consciousness. He barely woke up from sedation, had an amputation. This is a spray bottle, I'll probably be filming in this video. Just water and a little bit of soap over there. The fiance is asleep. So are the dogs. I haven't been able to sleep much with everything. Put that there. I'm new to filming. I want to get better at this and try to glance at the camera more. When I'm outside, especially on the bike, I can't look at it at all because I'm in my helmet. I noticed, there's motorcycle videos everywhere. Unless I'm doing a training video, we don't really need to show much of that. I don't know how many videos of washing dishes there are. I want to make sure you have a controller. This is one of the things I've had to do most of the time. Being a home caretaker, I guess. Look over things in my house and do what I can and just contribute. So, yeah, banned from the hospital. They put my dad on Do Not Resuscitate. He nodded no, or shook no, more like, to a solo question. Do you want to be intubated? And I witnessed it. They didn't say anything else besides, do you want to be intubated? So when I saw this, I told the nurse, well, is he aware that intubation means to save his dang life? And she's like, no, yeah, of course he knows. So, I saw something skeptical with that. So he was placed on Do Not Resuscitate, and he had fluid in his lungs and on the outside of his lung cavity the day he was put on Do Not Resuscitate, the day I got banned and then eventually trespassed from a hospital, which I didn't even know could be done. I didn't know that hospitals were also private entities. They're not even, so you call 911, you call a government number, you need help. They take you to a private hospital, which means that they can do basically, no shoot, no shirt, no service, or just any reason to trespass. Don't really have to have grounds or really do anything necessarily illegal, which I didn't do anything illegal, but I'll get into what happened. So she begins to tell me, yeah, he's on DNR, but he's talking. I didn't hear any words. And she begins to go up to him when he's reaching for a emergency remote for her to tell that, hey, I got respiratory distress, I got freaking fluid in my lungs. But no, she's just like, oh no, he just told me that he wants to watch the TV, wants to watch Fox News. I was like, oh really? Well, yeah, I used to watch Fox News all the time at the house, but the fact that you're hearing this and I didn't hear anything is very strange. But I was like, okay, whatever. She leaves. I turn on the remote, he's looking at the TV, and I begin to ask him, so I said, Dad, did you even want to be intubated coming out of amputation surgery for septic shock? He had gangrene in his leg, it developed sepsis, it was poisoning his body, and they needed to amputate, but they were a little too late for it. What was weird is the same doctor that did the amputation was the one who wanted to put him on Do Not Resuscitate. Very weird practices. I can't get a lawyer to help me with this. I don't even know if I'll see this freaking video, but I'm in a pickle. No lawyers will help. No cops can help because it's a private business. So I'm basically barred from seeing my own freaking father in the hospital ICU when he's trying to regain motor movement, consciousness. Well, not really conscious. Apparently he's up, but he can't talk. I tried. They put the phone to him today because I can't go on even the grounds. I'm trespassing from the freaking my parking lot even. So that's bull. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do, just like a regular private business. Just contact him. But anyways, why am I there? So the nurse leaves. He's watching TV. I proceed to ask him, so did you even want to be intubated coming out of the baloney amputation? Because he suffered septic shock. He shakes no, and to the word intubation again. So I begin to proceed with different questioning. I say, so you know you would have died if you didn't get the intubation. Was that your wish, to be dead, to be not here, to be dead? Did you want to die? And he shook his head no. So I got the nurse. I was like, so he's shaking his head no to intubation and to the question, do you want to die? This is not the same, do not resuscitate me. So she says, well, you know, I asked him the intubation question and he said the no, so we have to do that. It doesn't matter if I didn't ask him about wanting to live or die. So then I got very upset at that little technicality thing and proceeded to go very loud with the questions. Dad, do you want to die? And Dad, do you want them to save you? And to the die question, I got no's. And in front of him, that's all I pointed. I was like, oh, look at that, no. So this is going to be weird. This is how I watch tonight. I'll watch that a little bit later because I am just so upset right now. I don't want to hurt myself with that. So then I got it right and I just repeated. So do you want them to save you? Do you want to die? No's to the die. No, yes to the saves. I get a call from his doctor as I'm screaming these at him. He calls me and says he took him off the do not resuscitate list. But also at that same time, 2 security guards and a charge nurse come up. Trying to be nice, but I knew it was a hoax. They just get me calm enough to get me off the property. I already knew what they were doing. I told them, Dad, well, they're here to kick me out because I'm being too loud and saying the word die in the ICU, and they're probably not too taken to that, so I gotta go. I'm looking at the camera and I am just out of focus with a lot of things. I'm going to try to dry my hands and get this over because I am leaning over a bunch and this is going to hurt. Let me do this. How's this? Okay. That's a little easier on my back. I am not a short person. 6 foot tall. I haven't done any knives yet, so I guess that's kind of good that we have it like this. Yeah, this is much easier. I was wondering how, like, the outdoor chef guy on YouTube, how he does his stuff. He has his chest camera with his filming, and he has it really down, probably so he can look at the camera while he's freaking doing stuff, and make sure he's in the shot, at least with a peripheral. Oh, man, so kicked out. The security guard comes, oh, what's the problem? I was like, the freaking problem is, you guys are pulling the wool over my dad's eyes. I'm telling him that intubation is to save his life and only to save his life. He's just hearing intubation and thinking, yeah, of course, I don't want to be intubated. I don't want to be intubated. I don't want an endoscopy, a colonoscopy. I don't want any tubes in any part of my body. But are you asking me as like a preference question, or are you telling me that, hey, I might go hypoxia, I might not exist unless I okay this intubation if to know what he's saying yes and no to. So I have been, trespassed. I talked to, found out the private property when I called the freaking police station asking about all this, because the police didn't come up to me. It's just a security guard. In fact, the other security guards, every single one of them has been nice to me and cool with me. It's just one that is a complete douche. Talking to me on the phone, and not only bars me or trespasses me, begins to tell me that even my fiance is trespassed because she is my fiance. She gets on the phone and he won't even talk to her. He's just completely rude. He's like, you know what? I don't want you over here. You can come here and look at me and come here in person. I'll just like, what the hell? Heck, I guess some kind of freaking interview process. So my dad has a Bible study person. Pretty nice guy, nice gentleman. Actually, we're from Whittier, and he knows of the city. He was even right by our old house very recently. So he's going to try and bridge the gaps that I can't. with my dad and being in the hospital. So thank you so much if you're ever watching this video. And I hope my dad watches this video at one time, so it's a way for me to connect with him, because I not be able to. It is very strange when you try to help your loved one and it is seen as hostility, and people take that and do things to really hurt somebody. And when a family member is in that kind of position, it really does hurt. It drives right to the core to take the family away, to not even let them visit. If they never put my dad on DNR with that silliness and that evilness, I would have never had to do my outbursts. There would have been no reason for any sort of trespassing. You know, I'm semi-flattered that I guess I'm trespassed, because I guess I'm that much of a threatened person. I don't think I am, but I don't know what I look like to other people. I just know what I look like to me, what I feel like to me. And it's not freaking evil person. I got a commercial on the YouTube. I figure YouTube won't be mad at watching YouTube, because it's freaking YouTube. But who knows anymore with copyrights. So, I'm gonna do some bigger stuff. Get this thing out, excuse me. Yeah, cooking in the kitchen, cleaning in the kitchen, trying to get back into videos. I have not been able to get in myself to do any video because of this crap of my dad that they keep doing to him and me, and now my fiance. I really hope that if anyone has family members who are in this position, that you don't have to go through what I've been going through. You know, I'm Christian. Forgive others for what they do, but this is trials and tribulations on levels, and I didn't know I was prepared. I don't know if I'm prepared. I'm trying to be, but I'm not prepared. I'm trying to just deal with and not freak out. But it's definitely taking its toll, and I'm not really sure what they want. I just pray every day. I get into my routines, try to help this house, get the dishes around. I honestly don't even know how long we're going to be staying in this house because of him in the hospital. This is a reverse mortgage place, and I'm on EBT, so I ain't got no funds to be able to afford paying this off. And this channel is going to be a real small one. So I'm just going to do what I can to showcase my skills, and if it never blows up, it never blows up. And if I never make a dime, I never make a dime. It's no new news to me. I've tried interviews, I've tried working. I got like an IT study job, I think, in high school, college, work study, and as soon as I go bipolar or anything, as soon as I get mad on anyone, I guess I become 5150, a danger to self or others, and I'm not even doing dangerous things. They're allowed to do it. They're allowed to yell. They're allowed to treat people like crap. But they get one little bit of it back, and they ruin people's lives. If you ever watch Dave Chappelle, one of the skits, when keeping it real goes wrong, man, that is my life. I thought I was just being honest, just being real. And, you know, when people I was putting that over, I didn't even know where the thing was. I got to do like a weird lean thing. This camera aim. Believe it or not, I was trying to use cameras when they were barely out of the... My dad had one of the original camcorders, like the VHS full cassette tape fit in the thing. I remember looking at, I think we used it a couple times too. In the 90s, like probably 93, 94. And then I remember when they got smaller, and there was the tapes that expanded into the bigger cassette tapes. That's how we would watch from the recorder to a VHS. Film ourselves trying to do kickflips in the front yard. And neighbor kids. Long lost videos. I wouldn't even know where to look. I try to get a good hold on these. This is really where a lot of my weight training and strength training comes into play. Just washing dishes. I don't lift weights. I just do the yard work thing, do the dishes thing, cooking thing. Try to get a cooking video in. I know this looks hostage with this, but the light really helps me aim a little bit, well, I guess a little bit where I'm seeing, and aim too much if I don't glance at the freaking camera. The cell phone, the little push rag. Just organizing a bit. That's, you know, you work at it slowly but surely. A lot of dishes comes with little dishes. And it gets hot in here. Got a fan on. There. Doing a little bit. But really, just try to forget about pains and do a little something. Man. Life, man. I just... You learn a lot when you get older. You learn a lot in some ways that you wouldn't expect to win. Sometimes it's a lot of ways. Alright, well, we're getting to the knife section, so here's a little something. Be very careful with the blade. I'm always looking at the edge. Try to get across, but make sure it's across that. Try to cross it again. Making sure to keep track of that blade. And even with this, very always aware, looking at that blade, that edge. So that gets my normal stuff off. And this is where you really want to be careful. I'm dragging across the backwards of the knife, so I'm not trying to cut. I'm not going with any slicing. Make sure you do not do that. Make sure you got it on the right one to do this one. Jeez. I'll make that mistake too many times. But I don't really know a better way to clean knives. I've tried a lot. But, you know, that hands-on approach really seems to get the job done. And if you look at the blade and make sure you know where that blade is, it can be done safely. And with all sizes of knives. So this is how I do so where I'll go two at a time. I'll clean off with the paper towel. Now these are strong. These are great value, the strong ones. You can't do that with every paper towel, they'll just disintegrate. Once you get the... She likes these upside down, so I got a good cooling rack. And I'll put that right there. I'll show you what I do later with that, because I know people don't like to have just a wet countertop. But it cleans up relatively easy when the job's done. Her family, my fiance's family in Nevada, I went over to the house once and they had paper towels just being used all over the place. And I wash my hands, I use a paper towel, and I would be like, oh, this is still a very good paper towel. And they'd be like, no, we gotta throw it away. And I was like, oh, but this is still a very good paper towel. These are expensive. So I started wondering, can we use them again? Like if we, and I don't want something that's been used with a mouth, if it has saliva on it. If I wash a dog bowl with one of these, I'll just use it for simple use. But if I know it's been just, you know, lightly used, not sat for a while, I figure it's better to clean it with that. There are sponges over there. I used to clean with sponges all the time. I remembered a metallic sour smell from the sponges, from, I guess, not wringing them out. But it was almost unavoidable no matter how much you wrung out. It's like you almost had to make sure you're using the sponge, wringing it out every other couple days probably. And then you can avoid the old smell. But I couldn't avoid it. And it would happen with rags, it would happen with sponges, and I just hated the smell. I got like an aversion to that smell. And I haven't had to deal with that with napkins. I will throw all these away, you'll see. But as far as the dishes, I just gather the ones that we've used for, you know, drying our hands. And I store them. And for times, I'll try to do this. Just get a little bit in between. They're not perfectly clean, but we try to soak them so that the food particles will loosen relatively easily. Because you can't really do much with caked on particles. it's a good long video because the dishes aren't, this is work here. I feel a little bit of dripping, so I'm going to get some more and just wipe this edge up here. This is why we have a bath rag on the bottom here. It always helps having something. And it helps just cushion the feet for standing for freaking hours doing dishes. And of course our little one, Lily, our dog, likes to sit on this and loves to be right under us in the kitchen. Our Min Pin, rest in peace, Max, passed away 2022, but we raised him for 9 years. He would love to be in the kitchen, just right under you, everybody tripping over Max, always ready for food. And Lily resembles him a lot with that. The only one who's just right in the middle of the kitchen, just ready to be stepped on. But no one says anything. She's comfortable. She'll just dodge. No barks. Just wants to be there for the food. We like never give her food from the kitchen. It's always in a Kong in the back. But she is a foster dog, so she came to us from another family. A family, I think the original one passed away. But then she went to another foster before us. But this is an interesting part. They were too anxious. They were giving the dog just getting the dog too riled up. I'm bipolar. I get riled up like almost every day, but somehow I calm myself in front of Lily enough that she can come back a lot faster. See the smaller eyes again, watching the edge. I'm going slow. This is not any cuts with a knife, any wash with a knife. I'm not trying to go fast at all. Handle. This is not suicidal. This is just washing. And I really hope, Dad, if you're watching this or whenever you watch this, that you're doing all right, man. I miss you. It's been days that I haven't seen you. And I don't even know if you're ever going to hear this. I hope you do, though. And if you do, I love you. I miss you. I'm doing what I can for the house. And I'm ready for you to be back whenever you're ready to come home. And I really want you out of that dang hospital soon because I'm freaking banned from it, apparently. From a private property because one security guard douche. And if you ever read this, oh, dude, you're a douche. You are a dang douche. You're just full of douchiness. And I want to say a whole lot of other stuff, but it's probably going to be flagged for something. I haven't even known how to bleep out my other slips on other videos. Oh, man, but just evil. I mean, why are you barring a family member because... Whatever, just... filling up the soap dispenser with water. This is like eggshells from there. We have these grates in here, dollar store grates. We had better ones in here, but our plumbing don't work too good. So I have a house cap in between the wall of the house and the outside that has to be off the house because we get backed up. So trying to see what can be done, if anything, for that one. And this Home Shield, American Home Shield, man, if you don't read the fine print, you just pay and they ain't gonna do nothing. So for instance, we got a problem with our AC. Low refrigerant, Schrader valve, the little valve that goes, you put the refrigerant in, broken. So there's just kind of faulty stuff, but it works sort of. Anyways, this refrigerant isn't covered in the warranty plan. I buy a warranty plan. I'm looking at a bill for like $1,300. I'm like, oh wow, they cover up to $5,000. This is great. Why am I even getting a bill though? This is weird. So I called up American Home Shield. They're like, well, that bill is for parts that aren't covered in your Home Shield, whatever crap. I guess if you go the highest one, see, like if that was a sharp knife, I just went like that. That would have went right through. Butter knives only, pointing up. So I called American Home Shield. I was like, well, what's going on with this? I was like, well, if you read the fine print on section blah, 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 section blah, 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 we don't cover this sort of repair. I was like, well, this is like one of the main repairs of this kind of system. What's going on here? What do you cover? So they're telling me that, oh, well, things were finalized. We finalized just authorization to do repairs that we don't cover. So I was like, well, of course you authorized that quick. You guys just didn't want to do nothing. Yeah, I would jump on that too to authorize that. It's like all over again with the DNR people. Private hospital has to spend money to do life-saving measures. No one wants to say it. I'll say it. Private hospital don't want to do shit if they can get a DNR. Don't do stuff. I'm not going to be able to believe that. I was just going to be on here. I'm new at this. And I just got to get this out to somebody because I'm just repeating myself in front of everybody else. So at least now, someone somewhere will be able to know the crap that I have to go through in America. That Medi-Cal, Social Security Medi-Cal, takes out of his check, did not cover nearly anything to help him. They didn't even cover his dang meds unless, oh, get this, he signs up for another one of the, why wasn't he signed up for this program in the frickin' first place? Oh, but no, if he signs up for it, then will I be able to help him some more with the meds? He just had to ask for it. So, what's going on? Is this America? Is this just the pull the wool over the eyes America? We just free energy free flowing and path of least resistance, so we just got sleazy shit happening every freaking where? Is this America? Private hospitals, you call a government number, you have to go to a private hospital that's just gonna, you're just going to Sam's house down the street, and if you piss off Sam, you're just screwed? That's what the cops told me. The hospital is no different than if you went to someone's house. So basically, if they want to, they could just shoot my ass. If I go there and like try to just stay there and see my dang dad, they'll just be like, oh well, we'll just put lethal force on him, just like a freaking robber in a house, I guess. And is there no consequences anymore? Is there no morale anymore? We just screw everything. Everyone do what the heck they want and whatever. Because it's what it seems like. I'm trying to just be there for my dad, trying to just do regular stuff, and I'm being hit every freaking corner. I gotta go, guys. I'll be back. How's everybody back? Bob came over to pick up my dad's stuff, so thank you, Bob. You ever watch this? Getting that over to him. I'm gonna visit him tomorrow in the hospital. Oh, I don't know if to let him in, but I'm gonna try to visit him tomorrow in the hospital. The security guard has not only trespassed me, but like I said, has gone into trespassing anyone who's in my social circle, which really is only my fiance, my dad, and now this gentleman Bob. So let's see what happens with that. What's in the pan now? Obviously, this is a lot. Told him I put a note in the book. My dad wanted one of his Christian books to read. So I put a little note in there. We'll see if it even gets to him. These hospitals seem to be screening like a freaking jail. So maybe he'll understand in the note why I did what I did. And I'm sorry that I'm not able to visit him. Hey dude, this is AJ. Oh, you know. Hey Donut. I gotta take him. I guess tomorrow we're taking him to the vet to get a whole bunch of stuff done because he's epileptic. And when you have an epileptic dog, you gotta get blood work. Blood work is one of the most expensive things you can get done. And he has to get not only blood work, but a phenobarbital levels test. You would think that would be part in the blood work, but no. So that's gonna be a pretty penny. That's what we do. And we're very grateful that the vet let him have his phenobarbital prescription refills like she did, to let us have a little bit of time to come up with money, a very high amount of money that is needed. Just look into full blood panel work for a pet at a vet. Nowhere's going to be, well, nowhere's going to be less than about $200-300. So it's once or twice a year with AJ, and he's still seizing like every week and a half. So we want to get him the help he needs. If he needs more, we want to make sure we're doing that for him. Isn't that right, buddy? So, I'm not gonna hear the music. It's just got this public domain. It seems very like relaxing stuff, which is probably good because bipolar, you know. I would go to a mental health doctor, but in person, up here in the high desert, and they would play songs like this, or just light piano riffing, which I thought it'd be a lot better at in that video. Okay, sorry for that one. I'll just get right back into stuff, especially if it wasn't stuff you used to do a lot. My latest thing is doing, we're drumming. I have an acoustic drum set in the backyard in a shed. A pretty nice looking shed. Hope I'll take you there one day. It's going to be so dang dusty. I used to play, and it's cooling off, so maybe I should get back into that a bit. Some people, there's still someone here who's trying to move forward. We're about ramping up here. Got a couple more dishes to do, and believe me, I am breaking a sweat. This is easy stuff, you know. That's what you do. Should do it more often. I let these dishes pile up, and man, if you got like a rice or a fish, you cannot let that thing sit in your sink for like, I'd say more than 12 hours. You got a funkiness going on. The rice, I guess, starts to ferment or something. I mean, it just smells all kinds of stuff. Funkiness. Can't have that. So usually with those dishes, I gotta get to them a little quicker. The chopsticks, we use them for eating Cheetos because I'm half Asian, and my fiance was doing it before I even did. I was just getting Cheeto fingers, and she was like, "Why did you use chopsticks?" Oh, because I'm not eating Asian food. By the way, I don't like sushi. Well, I don't like raw fish sushi. Okay, that's what the fiance had to tell me too. There's all kinds of sushi. There's ones that are cooked. It's like, okay, yeah, I guess if they cook it. Usually when people say sushi, it's for the raw fish ones. And ew. Now these onions probably shouldn't have been in. This is a waste of onion. Don't do that. Obvious. Just had it on the plate. It's raw onion, and raw onion makes, at least my fiance and I, makes us have like muscle spasm, like just utter like pain. I think it's because it's an onion and the body's like saying, "Hey, something's weird in here." So we have to take, or she definitely has to take ibuprofen. I should be taking ibuprofen. So I just get like pain. I'm on this side with the garbage disposal. Now doing this method, you don't have to use the garbage disposal so much. Yeah? Just getting these little bits out. And all this comes with just doing it. Telling you, it was not easy. Starting out doing dishes, seeing big old piles, and then it's like, oh man, what do I do? So we'll get those down there, get that there, and we'll see. Hopefully it works. Now see, that doesn't even sound like it's spinning right there, unless there's like nothing in it. But got electrical. I got this power cord running on the back because outlets are out. Same one ACH can do on that one. ACH, ASH, ACH. And this is my water glass. I used to be an alcoholic. I didn't really ever drink much beer out of these because it would take too long to finish the beer and the beer would just end up being warm. But for water, this has become my main water glass. I have 3 of them. Sometimes I'll use it for like strawberry lemonade if the the wife, the answer. Hopefully one day, babe. Gotta get some money together, gotta get some... Oh, I don't have much family to be able to go to one wedding or anything, but, you know, she has family. I'll be okay. I hope I'll be okay. Yeah, just wrapping up these glasses. But yeah, the water glass. I just mainly use that one. Sometimes strawberry lemonade. Oh, by the way, if you're a bar person watching this, not trying to chest up for it yet, but I mean, I haven't been able to get freaking hired anywhere because I'm a 6-foot Asian and I have a little bit of freaked out. Nobody wants me. Bitches. Fine. Freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. I am freaking fine. Love Italian job. Also another phrase to them. Trust everybody. Say it with me. But not the devil inside of them. Man, this world, it teaches you a lot of stuff. I really wish more lessons were rooted in love, but hopefully. So I'm gonna wrap this up. And any one of you 2 or 1 watching this, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna head out. See, these are the napkins. I'm just gonna throw them away here. But also, I don't know if you can see that. I have napkins that we just store with a single hand wash. We'll just let them sit up here to dry. We have all this food right here because we have a freaking ant problem, and I gotta get ant killer around this place. So, just one thing. So, looks like I'm done here. Wrap up that. This plastic fork we'll use as a scraper for like non-stick stuff. Works pretty good. Alright guys, hope you all have a good night, good day, whenever you watch this. The 2 of you, 3 of you. Appreciate any more if you guys do. But I'm a realist, come on. But thank you all for hanging out. I hope you all have a good night. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.